Fun fact about this video, half of the takes that I've spent on this video were just me messing up the damn name, which I will no longer say at this point. It's in the title. I'm pretty sure he would want me to call him by his trainer name, so there's a little bit of background to that. Anyways, what's up guys? Welcome to Monday's upload. Now, a little bit more background is that this game is really fucking old. This game is probably around half a year old, a little bit more than that, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say this is from like August or September of last year. And I just found it in my videos folder randomly, and I was like, why haven't I done anything with this? So I'm doing something with it today. Here you go. And we'll go ahead and play it back right now. Okay, now this is kind of during, looking at it, I do have a Meloetta, so this is kind of during that Meloetta binge I had a while back where I was like, hey, I want to use one. If that's okay with you, you can bring your pokes, I'll bring my pokes, and I'm just letting you know one of mine, you know, it's going to get released anyway, especially if you've been looking on Cerebi. They're looking to do that little short film thing with it, so I'm kind of curious to see if they're going to end up releasing it or what's the story with that. So that's kind of that thing, and then we have this thing, which is the battle. So he's going to go ahead and lead off with a main shot. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with my Staraptor, I believe. Those of you guys that know anything about the Staraptor will know that it is not scarfed, so I don't really feel safe staying in here at all, even, you know, if just to take a fake out and then just go for a Brave Bird or a U-turn afterwards. I would much rather go into my Arcanine, Intimidate, and then kind of scat out to see what item he has. If he were like, you know, Choice Bandit or something like that, and he probably would have gone for the U-turn or something like that. If he was Life Orb, he would have seen it. You know, if he was Choice Scarf, he also probably would have gone for the U-turn. Just things like that kind of make sense. So it could have been pretty risky if he was Choice and he decided to go randomly for the Stone Edge or whatever. Would have sucked, but I don't know, I just got the vibe right off the bat that he wasn't really choiced. So, gonna go ahead and go for the Flare Blitz right off the bat. Now, the thing I did notice is that he does not have Life Orb, so he's either got Sash or he's got something else. I don't know what it is at the moment. It is not a boosting item because that Fake Out really didn't do anything. So, might want to be wary of the speed or just something else. That's it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and switch out Predictingly Protect, do Predict It correctly, decide to go into Suicune, and I'm trying to land some freaking burns here with Scald. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it for you guys. With all the Scalds I go for in this game, I don't think I get a single one. I've only watched this video like twice, kind of skimmed it through, but I'm pretty sure I don't get any burns with Scalds. So that kind of sucks, and that's what I was fishing for on Ferrothorn, because Leech Seed and shit, and why not? So, decide to go into Arcanine to scare it off. I don't really know what it's going to want to go for. Turns out it's a Toxic Stalling Ferrothorn, which you don't really see every day. So he would have nailed me right on the bat, you know, if he hit. So, kind of sucks for him that he missed, but it's not really too vital, as you'll end up seeing a little bit anyway. I believe in the next 2 turns. But for now, I decided to go for the Flare Blitz. Obvious move is obvious. Why the fuck not? It's Stab. Does around half the Latios, which I really enjoy. You know, this is a Life Orb Arcanine. You know, why the hell not? I believe I go for the Extreme Speed here just to try to finish it off. I'm really hoping it will from that range because I'm adamant as opposed to Jolly. But I guess I'm overestimating myself. Or maybe, you know, min-max. I don't really want to put it on that. But when it leaves it with something that little, that kind of just sticks in the back of your mind for a while. I don't know, just that kind of thing. Anyway, it turns out he's Life Orb. It ends up being a double down. And that really sucks. Because if I got a little bit more, I would still have my Arcanine. If he hit his Toxic, maybe might have been at a low amount of HP. I don't know what the priority on Fake... I think the priority on Fake Out is higher than Extreme Speed anyway. So probably, you know, just splitting hairs at this point in terms of things I would have liked to happen but didn't. So, now that my Arcanine's gone, the next best thing I can do, go into Suicune, because why the fuck not? You know, max HP, max defense, you guys probably haven't seen this thing in a while. Might start using it more often, you know, I kind of missed the videos where I would use it, but it's a fun Suicune to use. It's just got, you know, I think it's just got Calm Mind, 2 moves, and Roar. Not bad. It's what I've been using. So, anyway, try to land a burn on something, I don't care what. It's my stab move. I don't really have anything for Ferrothorn. Turns out I don't land a burn on it. Go fucking figure. Right now, what do? I forget this one turn momentarily. This is so unprofessional of me. Okay, so, Celebi comes in. I think I was predicting a Leech Seed, and I do get that correctly. Now, here, I do remember this. I predict him to switch, predicting me to have the HP Fire, which I guess was not really that common of a move at the time to have on Celebi, or, you know, maybe he just really wasn't expecting it, like, period. But he tries to go for the Toxic as I go for the Psychic. I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll go into Main Shower or something like that, wanted to take the HP Fire or something like that. So I figure, okay, I might as well show you now that I have HP Fire and then see how you respond to it afterwards, because I knew more or less I could have afforded to overpredict on Ferrothorn since all I've really seen is Protect, Toxic, Leech Seed. Protect won't really do shit on me. Toxic, I have Natural Cure. Leech Seed won't affect me, so he either has like Power Whip or Gyro Ball or, God forbid, maybe even some Hazards. I haven't seen him. I think that's all we end up seeing anyway out of this Ferrothorn. But he goes for Toxic, goes for Protect. I figure might as well go for Hidden Power on this turn. Great, fine, you know, if I kill him off, whatever. So, turns out I don't, and then right here, I should have switched up moves, but me being a big stupid and being frustrated with the idea of a Toxic stalling Ferrothorn, decided to stick with the HP Fire. Now, it does do a good amount to the main shout as it comes in, but you know what else would have done a fucking better amount? Psychic? Psychic would have killed it flat out. At least it does half, but he's got the Regenerator, all that kind of stuff. Toxic's kind of racking up a little bit. I might as well just take this opportunity to heal myself and, you know, switch a Suicune in the same turn. It just kind of works out for everything. So, go out to Suicune. As I previously mentioned, you know, he's fully physically defensive, meaning he's going to be able to take slaps from this Tit Slapper for days, and it turns out his item is Flying Gem. And I was like, oh, that's going to hurt. And it turns out it really doesn't hurt that much. Looking at it, that does 25% pushing it, if you're lucky. So, High Jump Kick, probably going to do a little bit more. And I think it does a little bit more, so he probably should have just gone for High Jump Kick in the first place. Just High Jump Kick. If it's anyone other than me, he would have nailed them all, and he would have been great, good to go. I'm actually thinking that if he went for 3 High Jump Kicks, he would have been able to have taken me out on this turn. But he doesn't. You know, I managed to take Acrobatics, 2 High Jump Kicks, and, you know, take him out with a couple Scalds. And Suicune is still very much good to go. Well, it's alive, if that counts for anything, I guess. Togekiss decides to come in now. I do have Ice Beam for it, but, you know, because of my defensive investments, if he happens to be an offensive Togekiss, shit, whatever. I don't know what to do about it. If it's Scarfed, and, you know, it starts flinching my entire team, I really don't know what I'll do about it. But for now, I decided to go into Galvantula because maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. Maybe I can smack something around with the Thunder. But, you know, it's pretty obvious, so he decides to go out into his Gliscor, and whatever. I do have HP Ice on this thing, and I believe he decides to Protect here to scout for it. It could be, I don't remember if it was Ice or Fire. Actually, thinking about it, you know what? I'm pretty sure it's Ice. I have no reason to run HP Fire on this thing when I can just run Fire types, because I like Fire types, so kind of makes sense. Anyway, he's switching out, predicting the HP Ice yet again, but it turns out that Galvantula outspeeds everything on his team at this point, barring like a Scarf Zoroark. I know the items on everything. HP Ice really doesn't do a lot to Ferrothorn, but I feel like it can kill it off on the next turn, and I think he tries to Protect for lefties, but it's like, no wait, no he doesn't. I just killed off with a Bug Buzz flat out, so not really understanding the logic behind that, but Bug Buzz takes that thing out. Thunder will take out the Togekiss eventually. I am very much doubting this Zoroark. Now, I do still have other pokes left, so I do want to save Galvantula because I think it's the only thing left on the team with an Ice move. So I decided to switch in Selby. If he wants to go for like a random-ass Sucker Punch, I have seen Zoroark carry it. It's not as weird as you think, but if he were to go for it, I probably wouldn't have wanted to take it. You know, I probably could have dodged it right there too, just randomly if he did decide to do that. But I see that he's Life Orb. I know for a fact that Zoroark is a few speed points, you know, slower than Galvantula. I want to say by like anywhere between 6 and 10. But point is, I'm faster, able to nail him with a Bug Buzz, and then that is the end of that. So he has Togekiss, I believe, and then he also has Galvantula left. Togekiss doesn't have any damage on it, and I'm hoping to take it out in one hit. I'm really doubting whether or not I can. It all depends what kind of investment he has on this Togekiss. If it's defensive, it might be able to take it. If it's offensive, it doesn't, and as it, you know, as it turns out, I'm also Life Orb, and then, you know, that's Stab and all that. But Galvantula is not really that hard of a hitter. He's got, you know, the hard-hitting move, but he doesn't really have the stat to go with it, so that's kind of why I doubted that. But takes out Togekiss, going back to, you know, the current portion of the game, and then he kind of realizes that he's fucked at this point because I do have the HP Ice. So that was a little bit of a Galvantula endgame sweep. I think that's why I saved that. So at the end of the game, turns out we didn't even see Mellow at him. So awesome. Those of you that would freak out at me for that. But that is going to do for today's game. If you guys enjoyed it, you are welcome to leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Got a lot of other games backed up. You know, I've been streaming lately, getting a lot of good games from said streams, so I get the feeling we'll be good on content for the next couple weeks. I've also done a lot of TCGO in advance, so we do not have to worry about any kind of content shortage on the SS channel, I suppose, whatever you want to call this. Anyways, that'll do it out of me, and I will see you guys next time. Tomorrow, Wednesday, whenever.